team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Virginia's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some...
Breaks into the open. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Morris. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Just a little off. Incomplete. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
The Cavaliers are flying down the field. He'll pull it on the read. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The Sooners offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for space, it's Barnes. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Mateer. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. And he'll haul it on and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harrison. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Back to pass, it's Morris. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it. He's in open space downfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Snagged out of the air. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
A first down run on the doorstep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation.
He's going for the goal line. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Palmer, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the transfer portal. Success is coming. Listen, they got to find a way to get better. They got to find a way in games how to execute, how to finish games. They struggled finishing games a year ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I love the coach being Palmer.
Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Cavaliers have a lot of options on second and inches. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Zings it complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Morris. Finds a little space. Breaks the tackle. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Makes the grab. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of room to run. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
The play-action fake unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cavaliers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Pressure coming. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Give to the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inch.
Touchdown, Virginia! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Looking for the tie with the extra point. A quick strike, just as we expected. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Carried by the quarterback. Huge loss on the play.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. Bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Got it in the middle. It's Burks. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And he's all bottled up, and he's loose down the middle. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Sooners. The defense putting points on the board.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the lone back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Off the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A low line drive and short kick. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Morris. Gets it to the back. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's got it. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Quick handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Kent. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
4th down, coming up.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the tight end.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll go to the ground. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
On the move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Morris. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win it. David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Going for the marker on the ground. Ball down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Batir. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down one score. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Under fire. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And this is a significant moment for this offense. Down 8, first and goal, needing a touchdown and a 2 to tie. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Got to give this team credit, guys, because good teams find ways to win games. I know they were their favorite coming into this one, but you get the touchdown when they need it. You got to convert the 2-point play to tie this thing up. There's still time left at the end of this game, but you feel like the momentum is now back on their side.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Toss sweep, trying to get it outside to the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the air, it's Morris. Pocket breaking down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for space. It's Barnes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throw it toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never should have gone to that intended target.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week.